Plaintiff Delphine Jackson says the defendant is her little sister, and they used to be exotic dancers together. However, Delphine claims after the defendant's fiancé passed away, she became an alcoholic, and Delphine is desperate for her to get some help. Delphine is suing her sister for rent and an electric bill. Defendant Clara Adams admits that she drinks, but says she does it to cope with some serious losses she's had in her life. Clara claims she lost her daughter and her brother, and then her fiancé passed away 3 days before their wedding. Clara insists she owes rent to the apartment complex, not Delphine.
Start with you.
Mr. Judge, Greg Mathis, Your Honor, that's my little sister. And I love my sister, but she needs some help.
Some tissue.
She's an alcoholic, but to look at her, you wouldn't think that she's so pretty. She don't look like a alcoholic on the street. And I done tried to be there for my sister. I mean, when I was living in Miami, she wanted to move with me. So I let her move with me in Miami, and I got her a job with me dancing and stuff. We used to dance and stuff too, you know, in the strip club.
Dance?
Mm-hmm. I had it going on back then.
You say you had it going on?
I sure did. But anyway, I let her move with me to get away from a guy that was no good for her. And unbeknownst to me, she stole money from me to send him a ticket to come move with us, and I had to put both of them out.
What year was that?
Oh, this was way back in the day.
Okay, go ahead.
She's always been selfish. We ain't never been close.
All right, and what makes you think she's an alcoholic?
She drinks every day. Every day. She wake up drinking, she go to bed drinking, and I know...
How long ago was it that you all stayed together?
This was years ago in Miami.
All right, so how do you know now if you don't live with her?
Okay, how do I know she...
Yes.
Because she lost her last job that I got her to drink, do the drinking.
What was she doing? How? On the job?
Yeah, she would go to work, drink. I called her one night. I was getting off, and she was supposed to be at work. So where you get gas at, so I was getting at the gas station and stuff, and I said, Cal, I call her Cal. I don't call her Clara. Cal, go get your V8 and go to work. You can't miss no more days. She ended up not going to work that day.
Got fired. Ma'am, let me hear from you. Let's start with the allegations that you have an alcohol problem. You want to address that?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, I'd like to say it's an honor to be here. And yes, I do drink.
Take your time.
Yes, I do drink. But I drink to numb my thoughts for the day of every day of my life. I have lost three major people in my life since I've been trying to cope, and I'm still here today. I lost my daughter, turned around and lost my brother, which was my best friend. And yes, I did have a job that I got on my own because I didn't want to sold myself and presented myself to get that job. She told me about it, and I got the job, but
How long ago did you lose your daughter?
My daughter passed in '99, but the thing is, I came home from work. That's why I was drinking every day, and she knew it. And I found my fiancé deceased on the floor. We supposed to get married 3 days before.
How long ago was that?
It was October the 9th.
Ma'am, why don't you get yourself together? When did she lose her fiancé?
About 2 years ago, I think.
All right. And she said there was a third person. Who was that?
My brother.
When did you all lose your brother?
My brother was murdered in
2000, May the 5th.
2000?
2000, May the 5th.
So back to back, she lost her daughter and your brother. When do you believe she began abusing alcohol?
After she lost her fiancé.
All right, so that's kind of understandable, right?
It is understandable.
All right, as long as you know that. All right. And ma'am, I empathize with you on that.
Yes,
so, and I can't tell you how to handle that. Many
Yes.
people handle things in different ways when they have great losses. Some people, they go downhill by trying to dull the pain and drug abuse, alcohol abuse. Some people dive into work and career to avoid thinking about it. My mother died when I was 18. I took care of her by myself and watched her die a slow death, taking her back and forth to chemotherapy.
Yes.
And so certainly that was traumatizing for me. And I had just come out of jail as a thug. But what it did for me, I poured all my effort and my mind went to going to college, working at night, running the school organizations. I did all these things at the same time. I kind of put it out of my mind in that sense.
Yes.
So I say that to say people react in different ways, and those in the viewing audience, hopefully you'll get some grief counseling when this happens to you. But if not, try and use that as a motivation to do the things you think your brother and my mother would have, and your fiance would have liked to see us do. But I certainly empathize with you. And you do admit to having some abuse there?
Yes, sir, I do. I admit to that.
Good. Can I help you? Can we get you some help? You probably need
Yes,
some
sir.
grief counseling and a little treatment. So we're going to help you get that, all right?
Thank you.
All right. When did you all lose your brother?
My brother was murdered in
2000, May the 5th.
2000?
2000,
So
May the 5th.
back to back, she lost her daughter and your brother. When do you believe she began abusing alcohol?
After she lost her fiance.
All right, so that's kind of understandable, right?
It is
All
understandable.
right, as long as you know that.
Defendant Clara Adams is being sued by her sister, who claims Clara is an alcoholic and says she started drinking after her fiance died 3 days before their wedding.
So what happened here?
She came to me in September last year and asked me to get an apartment in her name. My name for her. And I did. And the light bill had to be in my name because the apartment was in my name. She agreed to pay the bill. And she wasn't working at the time. I said, "But you got to get a job." And she promised to get a job. And she did get a job. She paid the security deposit. She paid the first month rent. And she never paid nothing after that. And then I got this bill, a final bill with the charges and fees that they was charging me for, and they sent it to me. And the light bill sent me a final bill that well, she had never paid the light bill and
Okay,
stuff.
you have that bill?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what breach of contract?
She didn't pay it.
That's the light bill.
She didn't pay neither. She made a promissory note to the apartment people to start a payment plan. She never
It's
paid.
the apartment you signed for.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Ma'am, what do you say to this?
Your Honor, I will admit, I know I owe her for the light bill, but I don't think I owe her for the apartment because I made a promise. I signed a promissory note stating I will pay the apartment, but I don't think I have to pay her anything. I'm not going to pay her and the apartment too. And I attempt to pay the apartment. I went to them. I wrote a check, and the apartment complex said that they did not accept checks. And before I can just continue on, I guess the landlord called her, and she said, "Well, I'm just gonna take it to court and just sue you." So here we are.
Now,
But I have
it's
a
in her-
promissory note right here. Where I
let's see it.
made
please.
it with the complex to pay them.
But it's in her name, isn't it?
I understand that.
She's ultimately the person that will have to pay. If you don't pay, she'll have to pay.
And
Have you
I
paid
did.
anything?
I did attempt. I did, and I sent a check from my mom.
You attempted, but you didn't.
I paid, but she did not accept the check.
So you didn't pay?
No, sir.
All right. And this threatens to ruin her credit. So the apartment, they cannot put anything on your record, nor can they sue you. They can't even sue you. You can sue her, and as they have, put it on her credit report, ruining her credit. I know that you have hard times, so we're going to work with you. But I'm going to have to order you to pay your sister. And you've agreed that you're going to accept our help with alcohol abuse and with grief counseling.
Yes,
I
sir.
really think you need grief counseling. So This is a good day for you. All right? I know you're getting sued, but it's a good day. It's a good day. All right, judgment for the plaintiff, $2,253. Have a
I
good
also want to
day.
tell you, my mom, she loved you so much. My mother loved you so much, and she told me to tell you, hey, and she have your T-shirt that I took her to one of the places you came to Atlanta on her pillowcase. So she said she sleep with you every night.
Oh! Tell her I said thank you, and tell her I said it's good. Have a good day.
Can I give my sister a hug?
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. I just want you to get some help.